We would like to have them, though. Fila is a chemical company started in World War II. It stands for Fabbrica Italiana Lucidi Affini. And if you're not Italian, what that means is Italian factory of shoe polish and other things. I bet you didn't know that before you came here this morning, did you? Anyway, so Fila was started as a shoe polish company during World War II and provided shoe polish to the Italian army, just to give you an idea. We're located in the Veneto area, in Castelfranco Veneto, up in the Venice area. And this is a third-generation family company. We started out with shoe polish, and then in the 70s, the Italian terracotta business, the people from Florence that make the famous stuff, they came to us and said, listen, we're using gasoline, we're using butter to treat this, we're using God knows what in order to clean this. Do you have any better ideas? We're actually using your shoe polish to treat the terracotta. And so what Fila did, the second generation Fila leader, he came up with a treatment for terracotta. And at that point, it revolutionized the business for the terracotta people, and Fila was on the cover of Vogue magazine Italia. And at that point, this is Francesco, our CEO, that's in the audience here. His father made the wise decision that rather than working on the low-end stuff, now that we're rich and famous, let's go for treatments for surface care for the terracotta business. The other thing that Fila was very smart to do in that period was to associate with manufacturers. So Fila has always been, since it got in the care and maintenance business, tailored to helping manufacturers create solutions to clean and protect their products. Sounded like I memorized that, but I just came up with that. That's important to know because when the porcelain business kicked up, I'm a porcelain guy. I came from the porcelain industry. I was with Fiander back in the late 80s. That was home for me. And Fila in the 60s, 70s began working with the Italian tile business out of Sassuolo, which is down in the Modena area between Bologna and Milan. And so Fila has always partnered with the manufacturers of very important high-level surfaces out of Italy. And of course, Castelfranco is very close to Vicenza and Verona, so they've dealt with all the stone producers, the Carrara marble guys, the Verona of all types, and the stones all through Italy. So our history is to create products that are very important for manufacturers. Fila is a company that innovates every year. We only do tile, stone cleaning, and sealing products. We're not involved in grouts. We're not involved in other types of treatments. We literally are just working in this space for us. So we're very specialized. This is an unusual company because there's no longer really family-owned companies in this business. They're pretty much corporate-owned. We are specialized just in this. We work with all the leading manufacturers here at the show, Italy, Spain, Germany, etc. This morning I was talking with the president of Argolith. This is a German clinker company. Anyway, so that's our history. What are we here to talk about today? This is the question. Actually, a few things. We have some innovations that Nicola, our technical director, is going to demonstrate, but I want to talk about the focus of our show. And that is we've realized over the past couple of years, we have been reformulating our water-based sealer program. And we have a technology called Microtech. And one of the things that we're trying to demonstrate with this demo kit here is a very important characteristic of the sealer development that we've had. And that is breathability. Now, when you say breathability, sometimes it's as difficult to understand as sustainability. But breathability is demonstrated right here, very clearly. So you have air. The surface here is sealed with MP90 Eco Plus. Okay, with the Microtech technology. It's sealed on top, but the air is breathing from below. Now, why is that important? It's important because when you put down a floor of stone, especially of stone, of course of stone, the humidity and things needs to breathe through the stone, and it needs to escape. It needs to dry. It needs to cure. And if it does not, then you're going to have issues. And so a sealer like this that breathes allows it to cure. It allows the entire system to work at a very high level. If you don't have that, you're going to have issues. There's a certain company that I can't name the name that had to slow down the opening of their store for 15, 20 days because the stone was still wet. They were having issues with the breathability of the stone because one of the contractors had the bright idea to seal the entire stone, thinking that would keep I don't know what he was thinking. But anyways, this is very important in order for the material below and around it and the grout and everything to cure properly. So there are other characteristics of our Microtech technology, enhanced stain protection ability, which is really important to the consumer. And so if you want to learn more about this, this is the highlight of the show. But this demo, I think, shows you very clearly what the breathability is. And believe me, if your floor is not curing properly, you're going to have issues. Because water is almost supernatural. It can go up walls to escape, and it can destroy things to escape. So anyways, I leave that with you. This is our demo for our sealer that we're highlighting. As I mentioned, Fila every year innovates, and we have some innovative products that I guarantee you haven't heard before. I've never heard them before myself. These have all been tested by master installers in Italy for the past 2 years very diligently to make sure that they do exactly what I'm going to tell you that they do. First of all, we're going to talk about, we call them the instant removers. I would describe this as being a grout haze preventer. I'm a tile guy. The number one problem that tile manufacturers have is grout haze, period. If I talk with my distributors, I say, I bet you 85% of your callbacks are because of grout haze. Somebody says, I can't clean it. And it's because there's a grout haze there, and they say, the tile is faulty. Rip off the tile. So, grout haze is a major issue. And why? It's because when you're doing your wash after your installation with the grout, that grout haze, you think you got it up. But a lot of times, you didn't get it up. Now, granted, there are many contractors that are very high level, and they're very good about this, but a lot of contractors are not. And then they never want to go back to clean it up properly. Because going back is money. Time, money, and a pain. So they just kind of hope the customer doesn't notice it for a while, and then also the customer says, I can't clean it. It keeps coming back. So Fila developed what we call an instant technology. It's inexpensive, and what you do is I'm going to let you demonstrate it for me. So once you've done your first, you've basically done your grouting, and your grout is firmed up to the touch, and you're ready to do your first wash, this is where you use this. So Nicola is simulating, I don't know if the guys can get that, it's probably not difficult to see. He's simulating, we freshly grouted a panel with epoxy, and he's simulating how you would do a cleanup with this. And so what it does is it literally dissolves and quickly dries so that hidden residue that you don't see is gone. Now, it does require, of course, that you've got to do the best job that you can with the clean, but you're getting that invisible part that you probably cannot see. So we have, I don't know if you can flip that up once you have it there so you can see. There you go. And the nice part is that this is a quick dry formula, so it's not something that attacks the grout. I've had some of the grout manufacturers that came up to me and wanted to talk about this a little bit, and they were worried that this would attack the grout. It does not attack the grout. This is safe. We have tested this with very good installers diligently. So we have two versions of it, because obviously you're going to have different chemistry in order to do cleanup. So for the cementitious grout, we have something that is mildly acidic. And so that's going to dissolve and take away the cementitious grout. And for the epoxies, the urethanes, the premix type of grouts, we have something that's more alkaline, and so that will clean that up. So you have one for each type. This is available nationwide through Floor & Decor. It's kind of something that they have partnered with us in order to get out into the market. And it really works. And once somebody uses this as a contractor, you'll avoid most of your grout haze issues. So if you want to flip that up for them just to see that, Nicola. And we have one more innovation that I wanted to share with you. All right, why don't you flip that up first for us? I don't know if they can see it in this thing or not. Probably not. Oh, yeah. There you go. There you go, Nicole. It's difficult because it's white. I guess you'll have to come up later and take my word for it until then.
And then see the size.
There you go. There you go. Very good. Okay, so this is an innovation. Again, it's available nationwide. Give it a try because it's really something that will make your workflow and your projects go quicker. It's a spray, so it's easy to use in your bathrooms and your showers and your kitchens and some of the small residential jobs that you can do. But even for commercial jobs, it's still possible to do it. There's another innovation that is almost one of those innovations where you say, man, somebody had to think of this. And that is when you're doing your caulking, and I'm a horrible caulker, so I'm not a good person to even be saying this. Most people are either spitting on their thumb or trying to even it out, or they're doing something kind of silly to try to get a good caulk line. And especially if you're a DIY person or a person like me, you make an absolute mess. And then you have to live with that god-awful caulk line forever, thinking to yourself, someday I'm going to dig that out and redo it. All right, so Fila came out with something that makes this perfect the first time. So you run your caulk line. And then you spray it with a silicone refiner and there's a tool that's in the box. And voila. One swipe across and you have a perfect caulk line. I don't know if they can see that too. Very good. Anyways, I think we all know what a bad caulk line looks like. You probably have one in your bathroom. Anyway, so this is also an innovative product that is available through Floor & Decor nationally and easy to get. We also make these available online and through our distribution. So these are two of the products I wanted to highlight from Fila in this presentation as far as the demo goes. So anyways, let me just recap and finish up for you. Fila is innovating in this tile, stone, cleaning, and sealing segment of the business. Every year we're coming out with new things. We deal with not only the distributor, the DIY, the end user, the contractor is really our focus. And we are a company that if you have some kind of unusual thing that happens, there's a good chance that we've already dealt with it or we're developing something for it. So there's a lot of products that we do not even market to the mass market that are specialized products. So anyways, contact us. If you have any questions, we're right next door, and we're happy to give you more information, and we can scan you and keep you kind of in the loop. We are giving away a pint of the MP90 Echo Plus as part of our promotion for the show. And so if there's anything we can do to kind of support your efforts and support your knowledge and training efforts, we do training for people. We have videos on the NTCA YouTube site, so we can actually train you in what the chemistry is behind the stain cleaning maintenance process. And again, this is Nicola. He's out of Italy with our technical department. I'm Jeff Moen, and on the national sales guide, we have our local salespeople here and our regional guys, and we're more than happy to help. We are going to have some contractors come by here at 11:15 to get another demo on that side. So thank you very much for your attention. If you have any questions, come and see us, and we appreciate your time. Thank you for coming.